For animal barrier installation, install adapter caps around the outer perimeter joints of your garden, and then install finishing caps onto the inner 4 joints of your frame. Start with part 2 T-connector and insert onto it the gate hinge part 4. And slide this all the way to the bottom of the T-connector. Now take part 5, spacer sleeve, insert it on top of that, and then finally cap it off with the joint cap part 13. Now insert this whole joint on top of the short round poles part 20. Now take part 6, the bottom right door hinge connector, and slide that onto the bottom of the round tube. And once again slide this on about 6 inches up to the pole, and then put part 8, the spacer sleeve, on top of this. And slide this on until it meets with your bottom hinge connector. Make sure that the orientation of this hinge connector is the same way as your top gate connector, and this will again line up that right gate. Take 2 long square tubes, part 18, and insert these into the square openings of your bottom and top hinge. Now take the shorter square metal tube, part 17, and insert onto it part number 10. This will usually come already connected in your kit, but if it doesn't, just slide it on. And then connect 2 L connectors, part 9, onto either end of this tube in the opposite direction of your gate latch. And then insert these L connectors into your existing right gate frame. With your gate frame built, insert the small round tube at the bottom of that gate frame into the top of your adapter cap that is sitting on top of your gate boards, and push that down until it hits the bottom of that stacking stake. Take your 2 gate to board connectors and drill them on to either side of your top gate board with a power drill and the screws provided. For a 3-level and 4-level design, you'll use metal gate braces to connect your gate boards together so that they swing as one gate. Place these metal braces in between the 2 boards and make sure that the screw holes don't overlap with where the 2 boards meet. And then drill them in with the screws provided and a power drill. Now take 9 of your part number 20, the short round metal tube, and insert them into the adapter caps around the perimeter of your garden until they reach the bottom of that stacking stake. Take 1 of your part number 2 T-connector and insert one of those onto the round metal tube right next to your animal barrier gate. Insert it so that the arrow on the T-connector is pointing down. Then for the rest of your metal poles, take a T-connector and an L connector, part number 1, insert those together as so, and then insert them so that the arrow is pointing down onto each one of those metal poles. Now take 5 of your part number 20 again, the short round metal tube, and insert them in between the joints on top of your 2-foot sections, and then take 4 of your part number 19, the longer round metal tubes, and insert those in between the joints on top of the 4-foot timbers. Now apply the netting to the frame of your animal barrier while referencing the netting layout in your instructions. The netting will go on in 4 separate pieces, 2 2-foot pieces on the gate and back middle section, and then along the sides, 2 12-foot pieces on either side. Now apply the netting to your animal barrier frame, referencing the diagram in your instructions. The netting will go on in 4 separate pieces. A 2-foot piece will go onto the gate as well as the back middle section, and then on both sides a 12-foot piece will be installed as well. Connect your netting using the zip ties included. It's helpful to have a second pair of hands when installing the netting onto the frame. If you have any excess netting on the bottom, if you want to shorten that, or if you have any excess netting at the end of your roll, you can use a pair of scissors to cut that off. For a 2-level animal barrier design, the installation is identical to your first level of animal barrier, with the only difference being when you install the second level gate, you want to install one of the part number 2 spacer sleeve. This will allow your second level gate to be level with the first one. And this will just insert into the top of the first level animal barrier hinge. With the last level of your animal barrier built, the last step is to just fill it up with soil and start planting. If you found this instructional video helpful, make sure to leave a like and leave a review on frameitall.com. If you have any questions on this instructional video, please email us at support@frameitall.com.